Okay, how's it going, Box family? Guys, I just wanted to quickly make a video just around equipment etiquette. Obviously, we want to create a place where people can come in and there's no like strict, harsh rules and they can just not think too much. This is the hour for you guys where you can just come in and train. But at the same time, we want to make sure that this equipment lasts for a long time, can be well maintained and well looked after, obviously so it can be enjoyed by everyone. And obviously, if you guys have priced this equipment yourselves as well, you'll know that it's quite expensive. So we do want to just enforce a few things that's not going to change too much around what we're already doing, but might just add a little bit of insight and value into the way that we structure our weights and that. Okay, so the first one is just quickly around the barbell. Obviously, inside these barbells, what allows the barbell to turn when you're doing your cleans and your lifts, there's a bearing inside. And if you drop an empty bar, that's where the bearings get damaged. So you often, see a coach cringe or something when a barbell gets dropped. We want to try and avoid dropping these barbells at all costs. So make sure we just place them down nice and neatly on the floor. Next thing goes just around plate sort of maintenance and making sure that we can get as much life out of our plates as possible. So we want to kind of make sure that we're following a certain sequence of loading. A lot of the times when we load 5 kilos on the bar, we want to go 30 kilos for example, then we want to build by 5 kilos, we load another 5, then we load another 5, then we load another 5, then we load marginals on top. What tends to happen is this doesn't create a strong support or strong base for the weight plates, especially if we load, let's say a 10 kilo. This is what we see often, which makes things very difficult. So we load a 10 kilo plate and then we load the 5 dumpies and then 5 dumpies again. Now what we're doing is we're essentially adding more weight to the bar, but we're not giving the bar or the plate, this 10 kg plate, any more support. So every time this 10 kg plate drops, it's dropping under an enormous amount of pressure, and we want to kind of make sure that we can avoid that. So this is right now 60 kilos on the bar. I could very easily just replace this for a blue plate, and I'll have exactly the same weight. We want to try see if we're loading 30 kilos on the bar, we use 5s. If we're loading 40, we use 10s. If we're loading 50 or 60, then we're using either 15s or 20s. Okay, so that's what we want to try and sort of instill if we can. A lot of the times the coaches are always saying, please use clips, please use clips. It's not only for safety reasons at the risk of the bar or weights falling off the bar, but also when you drop the bar, what tends to happen is if a clip moves, as the bar drops, these plates drop and the weights tend to move. They move, they move, they move, and you'll see the steel rings inside the plate start to buckle a little bit, and that's when the plates sort of lose a bit of integrity or they get compromised a little bit and they start to get weakened, and that's when they crack. So if we make sure those clips stay nice and tight the whole time, it offers a lot more support when that barbell comes down. You guys will obviously know the rule as well. We don't generally drop anything or no 10s. We've got droppable 10s as well. You can drop 20s, you can drop 25s. We don't drop 5 kilo plates. We want to try and make sure that we can instill that as much as possible. And at no point should we be dropping an empty bar carelessly from the top position. We want to make sure that we've always got control on the way down so that when we drop, it's in a controlled fashion and the plates aren't bouncing all over the place. Just one more thing as well around the dumbbells as well. If those dumbbells also get dropped a lot, the rubber coating starts to come off. They also start to get a little bit loose inside, which could at some point, be a safety concern. And then with the wall balls as well, guys, we want to make sure that if you're doing your wall balls, if you get a little bit tired, it's a lot easier to just catch the ball and let it drop. Or it's not that much harder to catch the ball and let it drop versus letting it drop all the way from the top. And that's when our wall balls start to split. So guys, again, thank you so much just for understanding in all of this. It makes our lives as coaches a lot easier, and it makes, in the long term, it's going to make the lives of the members a lot easier as well, because we're all going to have good quality plates and weights that we can use going forward. Thanks very much, guys.